Hi guys. Today is another definition video. I'm going to talk about two different sides to a coin that come up a lot with people in the neurodiverse community and people who are also in the chronic illness community because of how people outside of those respond to us, to all of us on these, in these communities, on these spectrums, and also because we feel like we have to either defend ourselves in social situations, including family, friends, get-togethers, work, one-on-one conversations. There's and it has to do, honestly, I think this stems from stigma. So what I'm defining today is the difference between excuse and reason. Having an excuse, telling someone an excuse, or telling someone the reason, a real reason. An excuse is to seek justification for actions by apology that may or may not be valid or real. To look for a way to remove blame from yourself in a way that expunges fault, instead of taking responsibility for what has been done of your own accord and will. A reason is a statement of truth used to specify basis, cause, belief, or action. A way to communicate a logical explanation using intelligent thought. An argument based on personal experience in order to convey a reality. You can kind of tell it's the two sides to the coin, the flip side. There's quite the big deal sometimes around using things as an excuse or actually having a valid reason for something when it comes to cognitive issues, when it comes to societal pressure, when it comes to being sick but not looking like you're sick, when it comes to mental health issues, me canceling something at the last minute is not because I have an excuse to get out of it. Me canceling something at the last minute is because I have a reason. It's a valid reason. For instance, I have fibromyalgia. So that, on top of the fact that I'm on the spectrum, the autism spectrum, is difficult, to say the least. There are days where my brain fog keeps me from thinking at all. And then because I already don't think the same way or am responsibly uninclined, I don't know how to put that, but disinclined. I'm disinclined to acquiesce to your request. Means no. So if I get up in the morning and I'm preparing for an appointment and I can't think straight, I'm disassociative because who knows why. either the weather is affecting it's hard to describe. I just tell people I am mentally not prepared or okay or in the right space to be able to drive, let alone to think straight in a doctor's visit. So I'm going to have to cancel or postpone this. And because they are who they are in doctor's offices, they know that it is a reason, not an excuse. And because of the type of appointment I'm going in for, and they already have records, medical records on me, they know it is a reason or an excuse. I don't have to validate myself to them, which is not the case when you're out in social situations. If you say that you need to walk away from the crowd for a bit because it's becoming overwhelming, and someone's like, but you look fine, how do you respond to that? I may look fine, but I don't feel fine, so I need room to breathe. But you look fine. That makes me feel on the inside like you're already in a space to where you're not going to believe no matter what I say. You're not going to understand, and I can't make you understand. And even if I do try to make you understand that I have a valid reason for walking away from this space right now, I need to get away from all the cacophony going on around me, even though to you it just sounds like normal conversation. To me, it's not. To me, it's too much. And if I let myself stay in that space, my anxiety is going to get worse. I may have a panic attack. You don't want me in that space because you're not going to want to know how to deal with that because you probably have no idea that that's going on inside of me. So there's all of that going on when someone says, but you look fine. And that's just mentally. That has nothing to do necessarily with what my body might be feeling, illness-wise. So if I say I need to step away for a minute, I need to get away from the noise, I may actually be using that wordage instead of I don't feel good, because you don't always want to tell people in a social situation that you feel sick. Because then they're going to be like, oh no, what is she sick from? Especially in these days. Oh no, could it be COVID? Yes, I went there. So the stigma of having reason versus excuse, people thinking that, oh, you're using these things as an excuse, not giving a valid reason, because reason is valid, excuse is not. Excuse is a way to get out of something. A reason is something that you know is going on. It's a reality that you can't change from. I mean, sure, over time, reasons can change. Reasons do change. But an excuse is because you don't want to take personal responsibility for something. You want to get out of it. You want to be like, oh, my kids need me. I'm going to use them as an excuse instead of being like, my kids need me. I'm a mom and this is going on. That's a reason. So I could keep going with this, but I'm going to stop there. So excuse versus reason, definitions, and personal application for my neurodiverse chronic illness life.